In the late 60s, early 70s, there was what was called the Jesus People Revival, or the Jesus People Revolution. Part of the name came because the young people that were getting saved called themselves Jesus People or Jesus Freaks. Amen. This is where our fellowship came from, is out of this revival. Chuck Smith would have been kind of the one that would be identified with this. Calvary Chapel in Costa Mesa, California, God just began to move. A guy by the name of Lonnie Frisbee, amen, he was just a hippie, he had gotten saved, and Chuck Smith saw these hippies and hadn't related to them and became friends with, his daughter actually became friends with Lonnie Frisbee, and he came and even moved in with them, if I remember right, for a season of time, and something happened that just was explosive. The church filled. They had to put a tent up. There's so many people, baptisms in the ocean, amen, on the Sundays. And this is something that spread. It was highly linked to music. You had all of these, Larry Norman, Barry McGuire, Keith Green, Love Song, amen, Petra, that would be a part of what was happening. And it touched a generation. Out of it came Calvary Chapel, Vineyard, Potter's House, and several other kinds of groups that just would happen. And it was just a God-ordained and a God-driven revival. The hand of God just began to move. I came out of this revival, and there was a guy by the name of Wayman Mitchell that had struggled, hadn't been very successful in his ministry up until that time, had gone to Prescott, Arizona, more or less just to anchor his family. The church that he took was dying and was in a lot of trouble. And he went to a revival service, amen, in a little town just outside of Prescott. And it was there that there was an evangelist by the name of Bob French preaching. And Bob called Mitchell out, didn't know him, had never seen him, had never met him, but then prophesied on him that he was going to have a revival that would literally shake and touch the world. And this Jesus People revival that was birthed here literally has. There are thousands and thousands of churches, amen, that are in over 130 nations of the world, amen, and it all came because of this just encounter. This Bob French told Mitchell that something was happening on the West Coast that he needed to go see. He grabbed two of the young people that were coming to his church, drove to California, where they visited Calvary Chapel, but more than anything, they met a guy by the name of Larry Reed, who came back to Prescott, preached at the county fair. They got arrested, but revival broke out. Amen. And things were changed. Movies like Thief in the Night, Distant Thunder had a huge impact. This revival mainly was kind of under the underground. It wasn't totally accepted by traditional churches, so new groups came, and still the impact of it is still reaching out.